Yeah. We here in the house once again on the replay, man. I'm your host, Jabril Rashard, and I got my guys coming up. I got my first man, D.A. Daryl Alexander the Great. I got my next man, Jeff Booker, always in the house, one of the baddest barbers around. And then I got none other than my man, TJ. And we're back because this is the replay.
Replay.
Oh, y'all feel because replay, man, you got to have a special day on the replay. We here again, man. Another great opportunity, man, to bring y'all this special content. Before we get started, y'all know what you do for your boy. Hit that subscribe, like, and share button. We got to have that, man. We appreciate y'all. We growing the numbers with this channel as well as the subscription. So please look out for us on that. But you know we got to get into this thing like I like to come to my boy Book. We know we going what book? We going live. And they chill. And Book, I got y'all on here, man. Y'all know what we're gonna do. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Yes, sir, baby. We're gonna talk about it this evening, man. We're gonna talk about it. These doggone Dallas Cowboys went out there, handled up, did they business, man, and stomped out these doggone Philadelphia Eagles after hearing all this talk week in and week out, how we haven't played nobody. Y'all ain't played nobody. Y'all can't do this. Y'all can't do that. All we did was went out there and hung 33-13. And Booker, I'm going to come to you first, man, because I know we're going to do this thing live, all the way live, because it really supposed to have been 33-6. We just gave him a little old, a piece of crumb on that little Dak Prescott fumble. But tell me what you saw, big dog.
I seen a team that's gelling. Like I said last week, they're gelling at the right time, man. Offensive line played well, man. Running game was good. Pollard and my other guy, man. I mean, they breaking that defense down. Dak protecting the ball. He hadn't threw an interception, man, since the last time we played Philly. They throw a pick last night. But that being said, man, that we playing all around good football, man, and I'm happy that we had an opportunity to be over 500 team, because now we don't have to keep hearing that junk about we ain't played nobody.
I know that's right, and I so appreciate that, man. I would come to DA, I normally would, but I'm gonna let you suffer for a minute. I'm gonna go over to my man Tim Jackson, TJ, and give him a take on this former Nebraska corn hustler, man, by way of the Dallas Cowboys and former Washington Redskins, Washington Commanders. Go ahead, then, Tim. Slide on in here, man. Let me hear from you, man. Let me hear from you.
You know what? All I want to say from the start is, here we go.
Here we go.
Man, I'm logging off. I just got an emergency.
That game was so much fun. Just the beginning of it all the way from the end. Even though the game started off, it was a little tight and everything going on. Dallas started to put that pressure on them real quick, And one of the things that people don't pay attention to, which I've mentioned already, in their big losses, they had offensive line health. Yeah, offensive line wasn't healthy during those particular games. So that's the difference. We all talk about that. During San Francisco 3 losses, they had an offensive line not healthy and their receivers wasn't healthy. So when you talk about the lopsided games of the 3 teams I mentioned from the beginning were the best 3 teams in the NFC for sure. Hey, they putting the pressure on everybody on the AFC as well too. We're gonna see what's happening in the future going on. But those 3 teams had the best offensive line, the best defensive lines in the NFC without a doubt, right? And so they're playing up to when they both healthy, those teams are formidable. But I would say this, Dallas is letting you know, because their first game, like I said before, their first game, well, I like to say this real quick. The universe doesn't hear language, it hears frequency, right? So the Cowboys, they didn't feel as confident, I would think, in the first game as they was coming on and growing, as they starting to gel together. But then that energy, see, you can talk all you want to, and this is something DA can listen to and hear. When you start to really believe, the universe knows it, and it hears that confidence. They walk with confidence, they play with confidence, and they gave them that confidence. They gave them that fire in that game. They let them know. And all throughout that game, you could tell that they knew it, right? That false confidence was that game against Arizona, right? The real confidence is this game against Philadelphia. And we can break it down, all the little things that was going on, like the pocket presence. But I ain't going to get too deep. I'm going to let you go to somebody else, and I'm going to come back to my notes, and we'll talk about that a little later.
Well, I got to talk to DA. Go ahead, DA. Go ahead and tell me what you saw, man. What you saw.
Man, I saw y'all turn the corner last night. Like, that's how you do it, man. I'm telling you, that's what people been looking for. They came in there, they had already beaten y'all once, but y'all put them in a headlock and did not let them out of the headlock. Every time they even thought they were about to do something, that was like, nope, give me that ball, boop, give me that fumble. No, I'm punching that out. I'm taking that. That's how you got to do. They look like a championship team last night. When somebody comes to your home, especially coming to your house, who thinks they're tough or have beaten you, have been to the Super Bowl, you put that elbow right to the middle of their nose and see if they can handle it. And Philly couldn't handle it. Dallas was just too tough for them. Way too tough for them in all areas. That game wasn't. After that first Jalen Hurts fumble, to me, the game was just never close. It was never after that. Like, that was it. Cowboys had it in control, and they were not letting up.
Well, I lost
That's
my
what I
voice.
saw.
I lost my voice a little bit last night with all the yelling I was doing, man. But let's look at these first couple of plays. When you talked about it, DA and Booker, how we just came out. I was really proud to see these boys come out like this, man. And how aggressive they were. Just on the first couple of plays, you can see right here, they got it out quick, man, to Tony Pollard.
And Mike McCarthy never even thought about like hunting. Like, he was like, we going for it on fourth. It's like he knew we going for it on fourth no matter what on these boys, no matter what happens.
This was a heck of a call too, to get them off balance, to get it to you. See, get it to your speed, guy. That's something that Kelly Moore didn't do last year, Book.
That's right. Well, see, a lot of people's not talking about the play calling. You know what I'm saying? Dak's playing good, but man, this guy is calling great games.
Yeah, absolutely.
He got his feel for it now. All of a sudden, he got that feel for what's going on. Now, Dallas, they got the number one scoring offense in the league. So, let's score more points than anybody else in the league. Dallas has. So they're number one in there. But all the top teams are right below them. So you can tell who the best teams in the league right now just by looking at the points as well. And so pocket presence. Man, let me say about 8-0. 8-0, right? Just 8-0. 8-0 at home, 8-0 against any time they win the turnover battle. So, even going back to Jason Garrett, he's always talked about whoever wins the turnover battle going to win the game, right? Or at least is a big indicator going to win the game. Yeah. So Dallas has won it 8 times, and they won every single game they won a turnover battle.
Well, let me say this, because one of the things we want to talk about the physicality, right? I mean, matching that, because that's what you're going to have to, you're going to have that when you play in the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. You have to play with that physicality. And one of the guys, man, that I thought, man, I'm talking about, I think he replaced like Ezekiel Elliott, if you will, is that doggone tight end, Jake Ferguson. Man, I can't say enough about this guy right here. Watch this catch and run. I mean, this is kind of like Gronkowski-ish like.
Right.
I mean, then he gets up, man. I mean, he talks noise. Just like he was doing with Jamal Adams, I mean, they was down here running. They played with some physicality, man. They really did. And that's what I was really impressed about. Mm-hmm. Jake Ferguson is coming on. Tony Pollard was running down here. Doda was running down here. You have to play with that physicality.
Man, they treated Philly just like a college team. They were like, man, we about to mash on y'all head the whole game, and did it. Went out and did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took them out their game. They took Eagles out of their game.
Man, they should have been embarrassed getting on that plane.
You say what, DA?
They should have been embarrassed getting on that plane last night.
Huh?
Yeah, they didn't even score an offensive touchdown.
Nope. Yeah, they was able to.
That's what I was saying. We gave them a gift. Yep. And you know what they was talking about on that play? I don't know if y'all had a chance to listen to some of the pundits or whatever, but they were talking about it, and Dak was alluding to it at his post game press conference. Mm-hmm. That was going to be 6. The way Mike McCarthy had drawn it up, because they said that Brandon Cooks had beat O'Boy off the line. He said he was trying to buy this 1 more second, about 1 or 2 or 3 more seconds, and he finna let it rip. And that's when I think it was Fletcher Cox that hit him, and he said he had the ball and he was trying to tuck it in, but by the end they hit it and came out. And of course, Jalen Carter picked it up and ran for a touchdown. That's scooping and touchdown.
Scoop and score.
Yes,
that's perfect right there, because that got me to what I was thinking about pocket presence. And he got a lot of, he's doing stuff great. He just needs to add just a little bit more to his pocket presence, because he kept sliding to the right. If he had just stopped, he would have had a chance to let that ball go. But he kept sliding right. And he didn't know that your boy was gonna push him out so far out, out to the West Coast because he thought it was gonna be clear that way. But that's one thing about Brady, and even but I'll just say Brady. Brady had great pocket pressure. He always knew where to slide his feet.
Yeah.
Stop. That's his next thing that Dak got to do. But we always got room to improve.
Right.
Man, you know what? You know what? This is this is shaping up to be. If you think about the Rangers and how the Houston Astros owned the Rangers, in the past. In order for the Rangers, it was just set up. In order for them to get to where they needed to be, it was like you got to go through your nemesis.
Right, you got to go through something.
If you want, and I knew once they went through Houston, I was like, ain't nobody gonna beat them now. That's the same thing with the Cowboys. It's lining up to where they may have to come through San Francisco, and if they can beat my boys, you might as well hand them the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody gonna beat them.
We're gonna talk about that in a second, DA. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But if we can our defense, man, look here, man. If we can continue to get plays like this here, man, I mean, here a guy had flu-like symptoms, man. Look at Michael Parsons right here, man. Look how he go at this dude and put this two dudes trying to get him. It's like he's an animal, man. He just I mean, he was like an animal, man. Like I got to get there, and the pressure that he brought.
But we've been getting some out of Lawrence too. Lawrence has stepped his game up in the last few games. 90. So when he's playing the way he's playing, it seems like it's like taking candy for a baby for Michael Parsons, because now you got pressure coming from the other end. I think Lawrence
from your boy.
Lawrence
what's my guy name? Number 97, OC. I forget how. Yeah. He had a sack in the backfield against Swift. I mean, on the run, he penetrated, got upfield, man, and I mean I think it was probably about a 2 or 3 yard loss. But you gotta have that deep penetration, like what Book was talking about, because when you got the DeMarco Lawrence's, man, and the Doris Armstrong, and those guys are really applying that pressure. Like I think in the first game, Dan Quinn didn't call a lot of zero blitzes, but he applied a lot of pressure. And he really, now I don't know if you can do that to a Brock Purdy just because of the way they system flow, and Kyle Shanahan is such a great, play caller, with especially trying to get Deebo Samuel on the edge. But against a team like Philly, if you can break their rhythm, like it's almost like in a way, like back in the day, y'all remember the offense, the wishbone, right? And we saw it so much in District 958 with the Highland Parks and the North Mesquites. But even in the Big 8 conference years ago with Nebraska and Oklahoma and all that, kind of like when Miami did Oklahoma Sooners way back. If you break that wishbone and you start making them do something that they're not comfortable in doing and passing the ball, man, you really got it. Because I think Philly was really trying to run the football. They had this whole team meeting and talked about how they played, underperform against the 49ers. But then you come out and then Dallas just took it to you, man. I mean, it just took it to you.
Yeah. Man, Philly was really, really trying to win that game. And I'm gonna tell you why I think that. Like you can't say they weren't really, because in the past, you see Jalen Hurts run every now and then, but they had a lot of design runs for him early. We really want to win this game. So Jalen, you're gonna have to we're gonna design this run, design that run. So they came out like they were really serious about that, and they still just got pummeled. So, nobody can say they weren't really. Yeah, they were really trying to win that game.
Yeah, they were really trying to win that game. Well, before we got to segue into this next segment coming up here, I got to just put I guess like a disclaimer to make sure I get this out for the public, because if all of the 53-man roster of Dallas Cowboys get indicted, let me tell y'all why if they get indicted. Because last time I heard, it was illegal to kill an eagle. I just had to get that in, man. It's illegal. Y'all know the eagle supposed to be the ball head. The eagle supposed to be the monument of the United States. So last I heard, it's illegal to kill an eagle.
It is a federal crime.
Just in case, I just want y'all to know if the indictment comes down, that's the reason why.
Yeah, I like that. Was a good one.
Yeah. Let us segue into this other one, man. I want to talk about this real quick, man. Because we're talking about the MVP race now. And they basically saying the top 2-tier teams, we understand. If you don't understand, because we saw how Chicago beat the Detroit Lions any given Sunday, right? 28-16. And they're talking about the two best teams in the NFC, if not in the NFL. It's coming down to that. See, now we finna get a little bit of history repeating itself from the 80s and the 90s. It's coming down to those two teams. So the MVP race is on, guys. So I want to know from you guys right now, I want to, two-part question. One, who would be your MVP? Now, you can still add Lamar Jackson and all that, but I'm just simply saying MVP race, how it's shaping up. And if Dallas and the 49ers was to play today, who you like? I'm gonna start with you, DA.
Where are we playing? Neutral field?
We don't play at Sprague's.
If we playing outdoors, I'll take the Niners.
Outdoors?
We playing outdoors.
You like it at least on grass.
I would rather have y'all on some grass outside, and then I think we handle y'all easy. I think y'all almost you got to another level. I still don't think you quite to our level yet because we just not feeling. So it'll be a lot tougher. I ain't saying you can't beat us because anybody can beat anybody. And the way Dallas can put up,
I understand.
Of course, Dallas could beat us. That's a no-brainer. But I think if it was down to just one game, I still got to go with my Niners over Cowboys.
I got you. What you think, TJ?
Well, in talking about which team will win right now, I would take Dallas, but it is something to Dallas playing outside and also playing away. They're gonna have to prove this next. That's the next thing coming up. So they get their tests coming up now to play their away games. Buffalo and Miami, they got to play them away. So when they get ready to play these away games, they get a chance to get tested because this is gonna be real important for them going forward to start winning away games against tough opponents. Right. So that's one thing they got to build confidence in. I think they got it in them. I'm gonna pick the Dallas, of course, but only because of this. Dallas didn't have Tyron. Tyron wasn't healthy, and they was dealing with the offensive line when they was playing them. So also Terrence Steele, I think he's gonna be better by the time we get to the end of the season. Even though your strength and conditioning is not as good, it's easy to get during the season to get more strength. But I think he's gonna be a little bit better because we're also struggling with some technique problems. They're trying to do some new techniques that they try to have him doing for his extension in his hand, and he really don't like it. He's having a hard time catching it. So there's some things going on here technical that he needs to get fixed up. So I think that's going to help him. That's going to be really important if he get his game right because then we can win at the line of scrimmage. If we win at the line of scrimmage, we're going to be fine. And for the Heisman Trophy race go, because nobody mentioned that part yet.
What now?
I'll take Dak.
No. Hold on, Tim. Hold on, Tim. I'm not talking about Heisman Trophy.
I mean Heisman Trophy.
I'm gonna need you to get down and give it. I need 25.
Man, that's 50 right there. He said Heisman.
That's 75 push-ups. We go. Hold on. Only thought I know where you were going with the MVP. Hold on for just a second, book, because Tim mentioned something that I want to give some credit to now, because y'all know I've been hard on my man, but it's just that I know you a dog when he healthy and he out there, but I got to give some love now to Tyron Smith. He mentioned, and I thought still definitely. I didn't even know if Rashad Reddick even played last night, did he? Because Steele definitely vindicated himself. So I want to give him some love, but I need to keep it going. I mean, I need to keep it going. But go ahead, Book. We're going to come back to that, Book. We're going to talk about the MVP race, but go ahead, Book.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback on what Tim and DA was saying, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to pick the Cowboys because that's my team. But we do have to be able to go on the road and beat some of those tough teams and the bad elements. And we'll get this opportunity in the next couple of weeks to prove that. But I feel if we keep protecting the ball, Dak keep protecting the ball, we keep running the ball like that. And that, like you said, that tight end, man, he's really done came on. That's where we was missing. And that guy's really came on. And I think that if Dak keep playing the way he's playing and he keep protecting the ball and our numbers keep being the way they are, I can see Dak very well being the MVP.
Yeah, I certainly agree, and I agree. Man, I like the answers, to be honest with you. I think those are all great takes, man, because I like when DA said it just depends on where we playing it at. Because I think Debo, to me, he's better on grass than he is on turf. And when you talk about, and we're going to get into in just a second debating between Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott about, I mean, as far as the MVP and who you like between the two, because both of them are so comfortable in the system, right? And earlier, Aaron Rodgers was making some comments regarding Dak that it's a difference. He started this whole thing with here we go and how he's getting in and getting out of plays. And I think two things that I would say that I noticed about Dak and his comfort level now. One was when they allowed him. I don't know if you guys remember this, but during preseason, he was calling the game on the sideline himself. He was able to call the games. It's like calling your own plays and understand that system. And then another thing was when Jerry Jones gave him a boost of confidence when he went on 105.3 Fan, and he made the statement outright. He said, we can win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. I think Dak somehow heard that. I had never heard really hear. I've heard Jerry Jones make certain comments in the past, but I've never heard him really say something about Dak with that so much emphasis. And when he said it, you felt it. He was like, we ain't got to go into this I think it was a trade deadline is what it was. And he said, we can win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. And ever since then, he's taken off, man. So I think it's all about, it's going to be at the line of attack without question. Like TJ was saying, it's going to be one down in the trenches, who makes the less mistakes and who don't turn the ball over. I mean, because that's the way I think it's shaping up, barring some, Eagle Detroit Lions upset or something like that. I really believe that's what it's coming down to. And I really believe that, like Tim was saying, as far the constellations and all that, how things line up sometime, this just might be the Cowboys' year. But, we shall see. That is still to be remained. We got a lot more football left to be played. It's coming on down, as they say, to the last Mohicans. But let's get into this MVP. Let's talk about Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott, because I do believe that Brock Purdy has the highest QBR right now. But just looking at the eye test, DA, what do the eye tests tell you between these two individuals, Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott?
I mean, it's Dak is a better quarterback than Brock. I ain't never thought Brock was better than Dak.
Wow, man, y'all got. I don't know, man. We got to.
He said that before, yeah.
Check this out,
man.
Hey, check this out. Last year, I used to have the biggest arguments with a Cowboy fan who was hating on Dak, and I used to always tell him, if Dak played for the 49ers, this is when Kellen Moore was the coordinator. I said, man, if you take Dak and put him on the 49ers, it's straight to the Super Bowl because of the system. And because he's always been a good quarterback. I just think he needs to be in a better system. Now, that mental glitch he has, I can't speak for that. I'm just talking about Dak on a good day. I think if you could have put Dak in our system, and they'll be putting up 40-something a game if you put him with the Niners. I think he's not a lot better. I think he's a lot better than Purdy. Purdy just has a better. He's just a perfect fit for the 49ers system. But if you take Purdy and put him with anybody else, he's a bust. He's not as good. He's not as good at all, in my opinion.
That's an interesting take. What you got, TJ?
Well, you said a lot, because I would say that Purdy definitely is a quarterback that actually is built for that system and built when he getting not that much pressure. Right. He can make plays even under pressure, though. Don't get that but he doesn't. If he get too much pressure, he gonna fold like a cheap tent. He just gonna fold. Right. But otherwise, he gonna get that. Especially, I'm gonna tell you something about him. He improvises pretty well too. So he does a good job of improvising during the game. So, when he gets out and he has to move and he has to throw a throw, his receivers actually know what's going on, especially Debo. Debo actually gives him a great outlet. And, of course, he got a tight end that can give him a great outlet as well, too. So between those two, and I know the other receiver runs good routes. I'm going to come back to Dak. Dak, what helps Dak, what McCarthy has really been doing with him. He gave him a system to let him know that, hey, I got 1, 2, 3, and then I get it out at 1, 2, and then I have to move after that. Then we go into improvise after that. So his system, he finally got it. It took him a while. You just think about it. He just got the new system in. They put some new stuff in there, but it's the rhythm of the system that's really important that actually Dak has gotten down. So he got his rhythm, he got his cadence, right? And now he go 1, 2. Oh, that's not there. I'm gonna throw it on 3. If that 3 not there real quick, I'm gonna glance at the 3 not there. I'm getting out, or I'm throwing the ball away. So he's been throwing the ball away all of a sudden too. So and the lineman give him extra time as well too. A little bit, every once in a while you got to rush it. So to me, what Dak is doing, the understanding of the game, being able to call his plays, and be able to do. Oh, this was the big one for Dak. Dak is doing pre-play analysis. So before the play is even going on, he actually figured out who he got, and that's with that motion going across. So now they're doing that motion. He figured out what defense they're in, and he knows exactly where he want to go with the ball. Sure. Even before his pre-snap evaluation, it's been excellent. That right there, if that continues through these rough games, that's going to catapult him because he got tougher games go out. He's going to win it if they win against these tough opponents because people going to feel that energy.
Yeah, I agree. What's your take on the book?
Well, I think those guys have covered everything. But as Tim said, that the 49ers, they don't play the level of competition that we play either. I think we have tougher games. So I can say that if Dak keep playing the way he's playing, and like my boy Darryl say, I do think that Dak is a better quarterback than Purley. But Purley he's great on the pressure. I don't know. I think he may be a better pressure quarterback than Dak. I could be wrong, but I think that if things keep panning out for Dak and the Cowboys, man, I can see Dak being the man.
Oh, Book, do you mean big game pressure? When you say pressure, you talking about big game pressure?
Big game pressure, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Purdy, he's has shown. I mean, he's a little. He's a little better than Dak in big game pressure.
Purdy's getting better, man. For somebody to be the last pick and to be thrown in that situation and to just this is the NFL, man. It's hard to win in the NFL especially for a rookie. And then a rookie who nobody even knew. So what he's doing is like awesome, but he's just not on Dak's level yet. But he'll be there.
I think that right now, I would have to definitely lean towards Dak, the way he's just playing, because I see just a little bit more. It's like when I watch Dak, like Book was just referring to how, I don't know if it was you, Book or Tim, but when he's reading the defensive end, and to me, it's the little subtle things, right? His command on the offense and where he's trying to put the guys in the position and checking out of things. I know Brock does that too, but it seemed like to me, in certain games, it's like either Debo Samuel or nothing. You know what I mean? It's almost like if I was playing with Michael Jordan, I come down and all of a sudden they just blitz me with a press, and I see Mike. All I want to do is get the ball to Mike because Mike gonna do what Mike gonna do. Kobe gonna do what Kobe gonna do. You see what I'm saying? To me, I feel that way in San Francisco system. It's like Brock is like, I know where I'm going to the ball. Just where's Debo? Where when I look at Dak used the whole entire field. He make you really supposed to stay honest in reading your keys, staying in your back pedal, and understanding as a defensive back or a defensive linebacker or what have you, you better be where you're supposed to be, because if you're not, the way he's playing right now, he's going to find that guy. He's going to find that guy. So if you're trying to cheat with your eyes in the backfield, as they say, if you're trying to, creep over just a little bit, if you don't get off that hash mark just in time, he's kind of putting me in the mind of the Joe Montanas and the Aaron Rodgers, man. He gonna make you pay, the Tom Brady's, that kind of thing. The way he's running the offense right now, and that's kind of what I see. Whereas, like I say, when I watch Purdy, sometimes it just seemed like, he's going through his proper reads. Don't get me wrong, but he got that bailout. It's like, hey man, if all that fail, get about Debo. And Debo, he's gonna do his thing. So I think that MVP race, man, is really coming down to those two. I will still mention Lamar Jackson. They had a tough going with the Rams. When we get into these picks, boy, I'm gonna tell you, it was so funny.
A lot of football left, and the Rams are still fighting for their life. So we may see when the Rams play San Francisco, because when a person don't have anything else to lose, man, you never know what can happen. That's why you call it any given Sunday. So I'll still throw Lamar Jackson there, but right now I think it is a two-man race, and we'll see how it all ends up. So now what we got to do, guys, we got to go to the culture, man. We ain't been on this culture a little bit. If y'all looked at what I sent out, man, we got to talk about it just a little bit, Tim. We got to talk about it a little bit, man, because I was engaged in this conversation, fellas. I was engaged in this conversation, man,
and went to visit a good friend of mine, and she's with another friend of mine, and we were just sitting there talking. So we got on this conversation about Deion Sanders and Tracey Evans in their breakup. I know you guys too busy, man. Y'all probably probably just kind of these things. I didn't think it was all that deep, if you ask me, because anybody you still with 11 years and you supposed to marry him in 2019, and you got money and you got celebrity status. I don't know if I can feel sorry for you, but anyway, I guess her legal team was, women, they got to get into this legal team and defend her position about Deion just did her wrong. She was with him when he didn't have nothing, when he was broke, and she came up. Well, I'm looking in my mind, I'm saying, okay, well, I don't know if all of that is true. Yeah, I mean, the man is fully, he's fully, well, hold on. This is what I'm trying. He's fully invested with the NFL. So I can only imagine what his pension is. He do wear a Hall of Fame jacket, last I checked. So, I understand he went through a few divorces and what have you. Okay, fine. But my point was simply this, and this is what I kept trying to reiterate. I said, I can't beat these war drums for Tracey because, first of all, she's a beautiful sister. She's definitely independently on her own. She can stand on her own. I get all of that. But the greatest asset, and Tim, you say it all the freaking time, the greatest asset that we all have is time. You can get more money, you can get more whatever, but you can't get more time. Not when your time has expired. So to give somebody your time like that, your greatest asset, your greatest commodity, and you don't get anything that you was hoping for, which I'm saying as far as marriage, that's what you was really looking for, and you didn't stop the pivot, I can't put that on Deion because I think there were some signs that was there, but you chose to remain in a relationship. So I want to talk about that, man, because I was having a back and forth with this young lady. I'm like, are you that serious about that? But D, I don't know how much you researched about or heard about it, but if you heard, what have you heard about it? No, share that with us, man, on this platform.
Yeah, man. When the story first broke, it was you had the chatter out there with a lot of ladies saying, yeah, she was with him all that time, even after he got his toes amputated, and he still wouldn't marry her. That was the first narrative,
right? And
then it took her to go out on social media for people to realize it was her who said, I want out of this. It wasn't like, I mean, I don't know if that's the same, but it was, people were saying it was just totally him. And her words indicate that, no, it ain't, I gotta say so in this. It wasn't just him. It was like, I'm just not feeling valued the way I think I should. And I'm the one that's saying I don't want to go any further. But let me say this real quick before I pass it on. I ain't never been the guy who blessed or were hopeful for celebrity relationships, especially if I'm famous, I'm known all over the world, and here's a divorcee who is married to somebody who's famous and known all over the world. Now I want her to be my wife. I ain't never been a fan of that anyway. I always thought if I'm all that, I don't want y'all's exes, and man, I'd rather go to Walmart and get somebody greeting customers before I go behind Babyface and Ice Cube. Man, I don't want none of y'all ex-women. They done already been exploited. I don't want that. Give me a regular woman who just works in a bank or something, something like that. That's me. Right. So I'll take to heart those relationships anyway.
Right. I can't. But anyway, let me come over here to Book. I know you was busy working and moving around, but probably heard a little bit about it. But
I ain't heard too much about it. But my thing on it, I'm not. You can't be mad at the. He say he's been through 2 divorces. You say he's been through 2 divorces, right?
Yeah, 2 divorces. Yeah.
They say after 2, you're the problem.
Yeah, I don't think I remarry either. I don't think I'll remarry. I mean, unless you're gonna sign a prenup or something. But I mean, she know what she was up against. You know what I'm saying? And for her to let him.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
I said, but for her to be with him 11 years, and it took him that long. She knew he wasn't gonna never marry her. 11 years.
That's a long time.
That's a
11
long
years,
time. You already knew. I mean,
They say
how many times he done told her we're gonna do it next year? She know. So all that.
say book. You say Nate here. No,
Yeah.
not this year.
Not this year. We give me a little more time. I'm trying to get this team up off the ground. So
hey man, when you gonna know when you got cloud of milk, man, and you think it ain't spoiled? It's spoiled.
That's right. 11 years.
You know,
come on now.
Long time, man.
That sister, she been misled, man.
Yeah,
she
man.
know DeIoN gonna marry her.
Say, man, they better get out their feelings and stop messing with the curveball. She's in love with the curve. She's in love with the curveball, I guess. But DJ, what you think on it, man?
Well, you know when it's 11 years, there's some flags in there. So that started off right from the beginning. There's some flags because you're trying to figure out how do you guys mesh together. And you've been married twice. You don't want to have a third one because you want that one to be lifetime, right?
That's right.
Or you don't want to get married at all because it always costs you as a man. We always losing when we get married if it ain't working out. So why would I get married to you and I'm gonna start dealing with you and dealing with the courts and all that kind of stuff because you're gonna put me in the court, right?
That's right.
So men don't want to get married if it ain't gonna work. So you look at them flags and you're trying to see if them flags will improve because you got to remember I think she did for a short period of time because this is one thing that's real important. When he became a coach, and it's hard to be a wife of a coach, you got to have a certain type of demeanor and an understanding of, hey, he gonna be gone.
That's right.
So you got to be there to be supporting. You gonna have a lot of time when you don't see him because he traveling. He actually in meetings, in long meetings. He spends a long day as a coach. And so for them last few years, when he really decided he's gonna get deep into coaching, she gonna have to be strong.
Long
so
distance, something else without a shadow of a doubt,
Yeah, somebody talked to him about him being a coach and what it takes for a wife, for the type of wife you got to have. And she ain't wanted that. She wanted to get back to her business. You could tell because she was starting to. You can even see it in the last year or so where she's away from him. He's doing a season and she works somewhere else, trying to figure out, trying to get more things going on with her with movies and things like that. She's marketing that on her platform and stuff like that. So she's doing stuff away from him. So you could tell that something wasn't right. And I was looking at that and said, I bet they get ready to part. So I already saw it coming because I knew it'd take a special wife because all the guys I know that stayed married with that are coaches, their wife was very supportive and very much a person who stayed at home and dealt with family. They took care of the family. You got to have a family wife. She a business wife. She ain't no family. She ain't no family if you're gonna be coaching. So that's one of the biggest things I took from that.
That makes sense.
Make a lot of sense.
I just wanted to touch on that, man. Like I said, I had this long discussion. It was too long for my liking, but at the same time, I know, man, it's like you on this side of the track and the other person on this side of the track, and they want to defend their position and got their pom-poms and they banner, and then you got the guys over here. So it's like, look, I'm a lover of truth. I'm from the justly balanced community. And when I listen to both sides of the aisle, I'm about balance. And again, I'm quite sure, DEION, there was enough signs there, but you fall in love with the celebrity or ism or whatever the case may be, which you would think that she wouldn't be about that because she's in the business. So if you just like him as a person, but you don't listen to your mom because it was something I heard that her mom even said, he's not gonna marry you. This is what was repealed. Things happen and we move on. That's what we gotta do. We gotta move on. But like I say, let's get into this right quick, man. These NFL picks, man. Let's go over these NFL picks. Go over these NFL picks, man. So I know we was tired last week, and I hadn't actually had a chance to break them all out, but I know let's just get a rundown real quick. I know
I did.
We had okay, whatever you have, I'm gonna come to it, DA. I'm going to come to you, my brother, rely on because I know you and Tim was tied last week at 57 and 29. Book and I was tied at 55 and 31. Now here's what's funny because I want to talk about this game right here. when I was writing it down, I couldn't do that. I had tears in my eyes, man. Because Book had Cincinnati, right? He had Cincinnati. He had him. He had him. I swear. We all picked. Look, Tim, DA, and myself, we picked Indy. And so Daryl turned around and tell Booker, well, you know Joe Burrow is out.
Cincinnati won.
Oh no! Yep. He said Joe Burrow. No, I'm going with Indy, and I'm sitting there like, oh man, why y'all telling him, giving him the injury report, man? He had picked Cincinnati, whoop-de-woo. Boy, he could have broken. And when I heard him say, because I couldn't remember, I had to go back down and look at what everybody said. Yeah. Boy, when I heard him say he changed his pick to Indy, well, so it was too funny to me. So yes,
I thought about that the whole weekend.
Cincinnati won.
They
defeated Houston. I mean, excuse me, not Houston.
The backup tore him off the bone.
Man, I should have stayed with Cincinnati.
You had him, Book. We was all on Indianapolis.
Book, you still had a good weekend though.
I did.
Yeah, let's do them. I think let's go and see Houston. I mean, we all had Houston. We all took Houston. We all took the Ravens over the Rams, which was a win for everybody. Lost prior. We all wound up taking Indy. Of course, us three, Booker, myself, and TJ took the Cowboys. Daryl was the only loner with the Eagles. And when it came down to the Jaguars and Cleveland, we all lost. I don't know why. My mind was to go with Cleveland. It really was. But we all took the Jaguars. Tampa Bay was a split. TJ actually
me and Book won that.
You and Book got Tampa Bay. TJ and myself, we got Atlanta on that one.
And Book mollywopped us with the Vegas in Minnesota. He took Minnesota.
No. I took Minnesota also.
No.
Yeah, I went Minnesota.
You changed.
No. I went back and listened to it today.
You changed to Vegas.
I listened. Well, you saying I ain't listened to the whole thing?
You changed to Vegas. You went back and said.
I went back and look because I said Minnesota.
Yeah, I went back and I listened to the show several times. You went back right at the last minute. You said, "Man, give me Vegas. Give me Vegas too."
So that means
you sure the sound hadn't been distorted?
Nah, go check it out.
So that means I'm ahead of Jabril.
Oh yeah.
Well, wait a minute, because we got the last one. We got the Chiefs and Bills. DA was the only one who won the doggone Bills.
Yeah.
I thought that really was a mistake. I really did. I said, man,
no, but you was this close. Remember, you kept saying, man, I sure want to take Buffalo, man. You right, man. I'm gonna go with Kansas City this one last time, but I ain't gonna be surprised if Buffalo beat.
I did that also with remember I was talking about Houston and the Jets. I was going, ooh, that's gonna be such a good one. Ooh, because and shoot, I went on.
I thought it was a no-brainer. I didn't think the Jets would win that game at all.
You know what, though?
The Cleveland game, I almost switched on. I almost took Cleveland, especially when you said it was about the quarterback. I
tried to tell y'all.
I had a feeling. I started to do it, but I didn't want to switch y'all. I said I was going to hold it, but I knew Cleveland was going to win. So
I was trying to tell y'all, man, the quarterback hurt. You want to change your pick? You know, we don't know what he's going to be like. Nobody wanted to change.
So let me ask you all. So what you have, DA? Well, I mean, I got. Can we put an asterisk mark by Minnesota?
I got 7-5 for me. I got 5-7 for you. Tim 6-6, and Book 7-5.
Okay.
Y'all can go back and verify that, but I went through it several times.
We just go. Okay, you. It kind of sounds like you right on Minnesota in Vegas. I think.
You flipped right at the last minute and started laughing about it.
Okay, so that put us. I guess that's wins and loss wise, total wins and loss wise. I just had it.
So Book is 2 up on you, and I'm 1 up on Tim. And that's because of the sock game. You was the only one didn't take sock, so that kind of hurt you a little bit right there too. You took Frisco.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Okay, I forgot about we did the high school, but everybody else won.
Who's the Sock Duncanville and what was the other game?
DeSoto.
So everybody took all 3 of them except for Jabril?
Yep.
Yeah, I took, because I said I feel like
man, they in Frisco, they gonna throw them flags on.
It was a good game.
He said, "I'm pulling for Sock."
I mean, my heart was with Sato Cliff. It really was, but because they had all this Frisco Stadium and Frisco,
Yes.
the team Frisco,
Yes.
I thought they was gonna throw the flags on them, man. But
Right.
big shout out to South Cliff behind their business, man. So we're gonna put an asterisk mark by right now. I'm gonna go ahead and accept the fact that book is 2 games ahead of me. As you say, and I'm back in the basement by myself. But you know
I'm
what?
coming to get y'all next, Tim.
I
didn't get this week's picks. This week picks. Let's see.
I got them.
Of course,
all
we
right
know
here.
we have.
Let me
You
know
got
if you need them.
Boy,
Okay,
y'all
yeah,
don't
go ahead.
tell me nothing.
I let you do the honors with that.
All right, here you go. How many you want?
Well, y'all want to go with the high schools too? I'm quite sure we all gonna.
I don't even know they playing. Yeah, we gonna all pick Sock and Duncanville.
Yeah, I'm going.
So, okay.
Right.
Okay. And we need to do.
How
We
many
need
picks you want?
8. We need 8 NFL games.
You want 8?
Ooh, 8.
Okay.
Yeah. We're about to do the
Broncos
bowl
and
games.
at Lions.
Broncos and Lions.
At Broncos at
Broncos
Lions.
got to go. They got to go to Detroit.
Yes.
Oh man, you know Denver can win this game, but because I wonder if
I'm taking Detroit.
Yeah, I wonder if Detroit done hit a little wall though, because it's such a long season. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Lions because they are at home.
I want Lions as well.
I want Detroit.
Okay, that's a consensus. Here's one that a couple weeks ago you may not have thought would have been a decent game, but I already know where y'all may go. But Bears at Cleveland.
Oh, I definitely gotta go with Cleveland.
I'm going with Cleveland.
I'm going with the Bears.
Wow.
I'm going Cleveland because they're home. Cleveland gonna break the defenses. Both of them got a good defense though.
Yeah. Here's another one that wouldn't have been so good a few weeks ago. Buccaneers at Packers.
Buccaneers at the Packers. Man, I think the Packers still playing for the wild card too, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Packers.
I'm taking. Boy, I tell you the truth, man. He's just gonna beat me to it. Huh? I gotta go with the Packers on that one too.
I got Buccaneers.
I got the Packers.
All right, now that's another one that I'm different to everybody.
Yeah.
All right. How many is that? 4?
That's
3.
That's 3. Cowboys at Bills.
Of course,
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Bills.
I got Cowboys.
Gotcha.
Come on back home in the cellar, man.
Yeah.
Eagles at Seahawks.
I got Seahawks.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I go Eagles on the bounce back.
I'm going Eagles as well.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles too.
Stop. You gotta have a legitimate reason. You gotta have a legitimate reason why. You got injuries, ain't no nothing. You gotta
Right.
It's out there now. He won't change.
He on the show. You can change it on the show.
They at home.
Yeah.
They gotta go on the road again. They playing the Seahawks.
All right. Ravens at Jaguars.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take the Ravens.
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
I got Ravens.
Man, I'm either gonna be way ahead in first, or I'm gonna be in the basement after my picks this week. Man, that's a Sunday night game too.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to do what Book did. The Book gonna change his. Some telling me to stay. I gotta change that. I just thought about that. Christian McCurk is out, man, and even though Lawrence can't, that's gonna be a new.
Man, I want to take. Man, I'm telling you, I'm this close to taking these Jaguars, man. But God, dog, man.
You already picked the Ravens, Book. I'm gonna stay with the Jaguars, man. I'm gonna stay with the Jaguars.
Man, I'm gonna go with the Jaguars at home as well, man. And that's a tough one for me. But
it's hard to win on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna take the Jaguars right there. And let me see, that's
who
one.
You like, TJ?
One.
Oh, I got
Ravens. 1, 2, 3.
Even though it's a away game.
Let me make sure we got 8. 1, 2, 3.
That's 6.
Got 2 more.
2 more.
It ain't really no more good ones out there. Let me see. Steelers at the Colts.
I'll take the Colts. What'd you say, Tim?
I got Colts as well. They're at home. Even though they let us down last time, but that's at home. They're at home.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all, Book.
I'm gonna go with Steelers too.
Steelers. All right, one last one.
Man, I see some bottom dwellers. Let's see. Y'all tell me which one of these y'all want to pick. I don't see Kansas City on here anymore.
Chiefs got to be playing. Miami got to be playing.
Yeah, I don't see them though. Are all the buys over?
You know what? Some teams I think may have a real late buy, but they ought to have a Monday night game.
Okay, I'm looking at all the games right here. Let me see.
Who Atlanta play?
I don't see. Oh, Chiefs at Patriots. That's why I didn't choose that one.
No, that's that one. Go to another one.
It's Jets at Dolphins, Chiefs at. That's why I didn't pick those two.
Okay,
Jets at
let's go with that then. Jets and Dolphins. I'm gonna take the Jets.
I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
I got Dolphins.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. I'm the only one out there on the bridge by myself. I got the Jets. All right, guys. We coming up on the last couple of minutes of the show here, man. I need to get some shout outs, man. I'm gonna go first because I'm making sure that Tim didn't look in my back pocket and feel like and saw who I was gonna give my big shout out to. I didn't say his name early on when we first started the show with the Cowboys victory, man, over these pested Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm gonna shout out my man, Gilly, man. Stephon Gilmore. Big shout out to you, baby.
You already knew. You knew it already,
man. I appreciate you, man. Handling your business with AJ Brown. He tried to get rough and tough with you, making it open field tackle against Devontae Smith. Y'all stripping the ball out. Big shout out to Stephon Gilmore. Way to go, Gilly. Big shout out. All right, Tim, now you can go.
Yeah, I was going there because he was showing, he got the tenacity he was showing. But I'm going to go with Ferguson because he's been bringing that, he's bringing that to him, right? Yeah, he's been bringing that, So big shout out to Ferguson and also to all the high school teams in Dallas area. You know, DeSoto, Santo Cliff, and Duncanville. Woo! Go ahead, baby.
Woo, that's a good one.
What you got, Book?
Come on, Book. We know you. Who you shouting out?
I'm gonna give a shout out to all the DeSoto, Duncanville, Sock, all the teams in this area, and I got to give a shout out to my boy. Right. I got to give a shout out to my boy Dak, man, because you know Dak the one put me in the transfer portal, man. So I got to give a big shout out to Dak, man. Dak has really been playing good football, man.
Welcome back, Book. Welcome back, Book.
Yeah. So I'm out the transfer portal, man. I'm back, man. So yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Dak.
Okay. Who you got, DA?
All right, man. Of course, I'm shouting out the local schools. And I got two negative shout outs real quick. I want to shout out the Raiders and the Vikings for being the worst game ever played in the history of the world. 0-0. One field goal in overtime. Like, how is it 0-0 in the pros? Okay,
man.
Negative shout out. Then I got my second negative shout out to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid for whining and crying like babies when this dude was lined up past the defense. He was so offside. Like he was offside. I think Mahomes is frustrated about way more than just that offside. I think he's frustrated about his team, but he wanted to take it out on the refs so he could protect his boys. So that's my other negative shout out.
So and then in
closing, let me say this, man. We got something coming up, man. Y'all know my birthday is this Friday, man. And we're going to be doing this thing, man, this Friday up here, man. We're going at it again. This was the black and gray party that we did, man. I was waving back and forth, but we're going to do this again up here at 1540, man. So if y'all in the Dallas area, come on through. 1540 is the lounge. The address is actually 1540 South Clark Road in Duncanville. We're going to be celebrating Black excellence, our culture, man. We got the replay in the house, man. We're going to be doing our thing. So come on through, man. And on top of that, that's probably pretty much it. So, fellas, this has been another wonderful show, man.
Can I ask Tim one question?
Right quick.
Yeah. We got quick. Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Let me ask him. It'll take 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
Tim, did you see where Cal McCord went to Nebraska? How you feeling about that?
Oh, he did go. I was wondering if he was going to go.
Yes.
And maybe a package deal because the receiver from also from Ohio State may be coming too. because he wanted to go with him. So
Yeah.
I think he may get a package deal, and he hadn't getting much playing time, but he was a 5-star receiver, so he may be coming with him.
Okay.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all. Don't y'all forget to like, subscribe, hit that button for me, y'all. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. This has been another great episode 15 on the replay. And guys, we're gonna be back again, God willing. So it's fit in, man. As I always love to say, man, be safe, be sound, and always keep God first. We'll see y'all for another episode 16. Hope to see y'all, man, at 1540, celebrating my birthday with the replay, and we're doing our thing, man. So God bless each and every one of y'all. Again, tell a friend, and we'll be bringing this content back to y'all real soon. Appreciate my brothers, man, DA, Daryl Alexander, Jeff Booker the Barber, and my man TJ Kim Jackson, man. Great show, guys. Appreciate y'all. Much love to you fellas, man. And we'll see each other soon, brother. Peace, man.
Peace.
All right, my brother. Great job, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.